Florida Panthers series. I mean, it's been insane how much they.
That's not what we're saying.
That's not what we're saying. You're totally freaking lost in this conversation.
You have to file it on all.
It's like devil rings and raisins.
There's a history in this league.
The tab is on you.
You got it, man.
Or the tab is on me.
You got it.
What has Daniel Jones done in 3 years? He hasn't even been
About rings. This is what I care about.
But what about Tampa?
No, Jimmy's the idiot.
Yeah, Jimmy's All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned in to the Doug Saravo Show. Today's show is brought to you by our good friends at Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but the ones you may need. This is Dougie's Sports Talk, presented by Saravo Broadcasting and the Doug Saravo Show, the home of hot takes, tough debates, and a few opinions that might just drive you crazy. All right, let's head over to Big Dave Mendoza because, David, I think a week or 2 weeks ago, you said, J.J. McCarthy, we can't say they're going to be a playoff team just yet because he has to prove something to me. So last game he went 13 for 20, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns to lead the Vikings to a comeback victory. Did he do enough for you to prove that he's a starting caliber quarterback in the NFL?
Must be nice. Changing up the words that I said.
I
said we don't know what we're going to get from JJ coming off injury. Okay. He might have a slow start to the season and then kick it up later. It just depends on how long that's going to take, because coming off an injury, not playing a whole season, especially his rookie season, I would be out there a little nervous that I'm going to get hurt again and go back out. So obviously we saw it in the first half of that game. He started slow. And then the second half, mostly fourth quarter, he turned it up a notch. So he must have felt more comfortable as the game went on and said, listen, I got this. Let me calm down. Let it settle. And I'm going to play good football.
So can he lead this Vikings team in this tough division to possibly a division title, or, is this a different year for Minnesota?
I don't know. We got to see him as he plays on, see how the team does. Obviously, he played well. They still got Justin Jefferson over there, but we got to see where the pieces are going to move from here on out. I mean, we saw they played well last season with Sam Darnold, so what makes it any different from J.J. McCarthy? Shows that the system works very well over there. And, now it's to see if he's just a system quarterback or he's able to step up and go out there, change plays, read defenders. That's your biggest goal in life, is being able to read those defenders and changing the plays, relying on your other players as your running backs, your wide receivers, yourself, your arm, your way to scramble. I could see them still making the playoffs this season.
Yeah, I think so too, but could it be they played against a bad Bears team, Jimmy?
I want to say no, because the defense was playing very well in the first 3 quarters, only letting them have 6 points. I think it's more due because the offense couldn't add to it. When you gotta have a balanced team, and I just feel like if the Bears would have scored more, even a field goal, just to keep the momentum going, they would have been fine. Defense was playing phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, time will tell.
We also saw Caleb Williams underthrowing, overthrowing. Just guy doesn't seem that he's on point right now. I don't know. We saw him in preseason when he was trying to throw the ball into the net and he got frustrated, walked off the field, couldn't even make one. Now we're watching him live action, and he's underthrowing and he's throwing over people's heads. They should be on target throws. So is this just, the way Caleb Williams is? I mean, this, don't get me wrong. It's his second year coming into the league. He still got a lot to prove, but was the hype just too much for him? Is he going to last, the rest of the season, or is he just going to keep sliding downhill? Frustration and everything like that. So we'll see.
I agree with you. I think he could be a bust, because I did say that years ago that Caleb Williams is going to be a bust. I don't know.
I think a lot of people said Caleb Williams was going to be a bust.
Yeah, we'll
There's
see
just
with
so
Ben
much hype
Johnson,
that
but
he was one of those top quarterbacks coming into the league that year. I wasn't a big handful of quarterbacks that you can go for, and it is what it is. I think he was overhyped.
yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, there was only two that were like the only top contenders. It was Caleb Williams, and I forgot who the other one was.
When he lost in the conference title, his title, what did he say he wanted to do? Like, sit in the closet with his dog?
Something like that. Yeah, he's a weird dude. May get me canceled for saying that, but he's a weird dude.
He is.
All right, let's go to the Buffalo Bills. And this is why Josh Allen is MVP. Honestly, this is why he's MVP.
Not Bo Nix?
No, I'm not saying this year. He's the current MVP, right?
He's a reigning MVP.
Okay,
He's
reigning
a
MVP. Reigning MVP.
Yeah, he's a reigning MVP.
This team, they were down 40-25 with like 5 minutes to go. Of course, Derrick Henry had the fumble. And Jimmy always says it. I've been saying it. Is this truly the year for the Buffalo Bills to win the Super Bowl?
I wouldn't say so.
He's not going to say because he's a Patriots fan, so he wants him to suffer. So if you want an unbiased answer, I'll tell you. Yes, absolutely they can. Just because Josh Allen is the reigning MVP and because he's playing on a whole different level. No, don't get me wrong. Lamar and Derrick Henry played phenomenal. But who else? No one really did. It was just them two. And then Josh Allen took over the field. He's the reason why he won MVP, and he's going to take them far. If you look at the next 6 or 7 games of their schedule, wouldn't surprise me if they go 7-0.
Must be nice.
I think the biggest problem is going to be when they come into the playoffs. I mean, we got some good contenders this year. You got the Commanders, who are looking good again. We've got the Packers, who just upgraded a defensive player. So, I mean, it's anybody's ball game. We still got the Ravens just because they lost. They only lost by 1 point. So, to say the Buffalo Bills, listen, Josh Allen does great things out there. Nobody can knock it. But who are going to be those players to step up when it's go time? Wide receivers, running backs. We've seen it happen before time and time when they get into the playoffs and they start playing horrible football.
Did they play horrible football in the playoffs last year, Dave? Don't even make that comment.
Horrible football.
Last year, no.
You can say the same about Baltimore, because Baltimore, when they get into either the semifinals or the championship, they somehow blow the game. When they're the clear better football team. They have top to bottom the best team. And Buffalo or Kansas City always finds a way to beat them.
Yeah, Dave, you're delusional for saying that because I thought Buffalo should have won that game against Kansas City. They did not play bad football. Come on.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda are two different things.
Yeah,
shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I wouldn't say they played bad football.
No.
They scored 24 points or something like that?
It was like 29. 32-29.
Yeah.
They lost on a field goal.
27-24.
A field goal.
Come on.
Okay.
27-24.
Okay, and it happens.
Josh Allen threw for 186 yards.
But here's the thing we'll say now. Do we think Kansas City is going to be the same team as they were last year? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
If the Chargers beat them like they did, why can you say that Buffalo or Baltimore can? Especially if it's going through either Baltimore or
but I think we've all been saying that Kansas City's been going downhill.
Slowly though, somehow,
it's not a quick run. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes at the end of the day, but that team has gradually lost their momentum to be number one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's because they lost too many people. People are either retiring or they're leaving, or the other players breaking their neck or something like that, or they're driving through traffic and everything, causing accidents. So who knows with them anymore? I mean, they're slowly going to. The next thing you're going to see is just Mahomes and a whole bunch of draft picks.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I would like to go to a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll get into week 2. This is going to be a lot of revenge games, so we'll be right back.
But to go and like react from a fiscal standpoint and from a civil rights standpoint to close everything, I find it hard to get behind.
Democrats. Thanks to Democrats. Thanks to the Democrats, by the way.
Nancy Pelosi should not be 84 years old and still be sitting as the House Speaker.
Like an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
Actually, like can get in there and like do things, like Donald Trump Jr. Like
Puerto Rican. You're Latino.
I'm an American.
I would like Ivanka to run.
Yeah, or Tulsi Gabbard. She's
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dougie's Sports Talk presented by Saravo Broadcasting and the Doug Saravo Show, the home of hot takes, tough debates, and a few opinions that must drive you crazy. Must be nice, boys. All right, so let's actually get to the question of the day. Which QB do you think rose to the occasion in Week 1?
Get it, you go first.
Which QB rose to the occasion? I see everybody's going to go with Josh Allen, but I think JJ McCarthy. He had a slow start, but that fourth quarter, he came back and he showed that he is and could be in top quarterback in this league. So I think that if I were to pick somebody, JJ McCarthy, because coming in, nobody knew what he was going to do. Everybody figured he was going to have the slow start, probably just like I did. And he proved us right and showed that he could be even better.
Good point. Jimmy, who you got? I probably think I know the answer to this.
I actually have two. If you want, if you could guess off that.
Go ahead. Go say Aaron Rodgers. Go ahead.
Say Aaron Rodgers.
It's Justin Fields.
And say Aaron Rodgers. This is where you want to talk about the Steelers. Go for it.
I'll say Justin Fields. Justin Fields proved to everyone else that they could. He'll be just fine in the Jets organization and run the ball and play phenomenal, and he did. And Aaron Rodgers, do I have to say it? 4 touchdowns. Was like close to 300 yards, played a fantastic game. I can't say less of the guy. They both played phenomenal.
I was saving a quarterback for Dougie so he could be able to say it. So I'm hoping he's going for this quarterback next.
Let's see.
Who?
Go ahead. Tell me your pick, Dougie.
He'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Who do you think I'm saying?
Just say it.
Just say it. I already know.
No, because it's not my team.
Yeah, former Giants. Come on.
I knew it too. I was waiting for it.
All right, I was gonna say him, but Daniel Jones.
Yes. You see, I didn't want to say it because I figured you were gonna say it, and it was gonna hurt for you to say.
So I have a question: can we now say it wasn't Daniel Jones? It's the Giants.
It's a mixture of both.
I don't think so. He has no problem scoring in every possession with the Colts. And
it's
the
a
Giants,
mixture of both.
He had always had problems, and we saw what Wilson was getting manhandled the entire time.
It's a mixture of both.
Like who's been saying that for the last couple months? Oh, that would be me.
It's still a mixture of both, though.
No,
people don't. It is. This is where the hot take comes in, the second segment of the show.
Then let's save it then.
No, we're in it. We're in it right now. This is okay. All right, Daniel Jones threw for what? 22 for 27, 272 yards, a rating of 115.9, 75.9. Those are good numbers, but this is where it goes for Daniel Jones. And people like to say this. Oh, Dougie hates Daniel Jones. If that was the case, I would not still wear my Giants Daniel Jones jersey. I love the guy. I think he's great in the locker room. I think he speaks well. He's calm. He's cool. He's collective. Still has a lot to learn when it comes to being a captain, but Daniel Jones is part of the problem for the Giants. He's a good quarterback. He has his moments. But the thing is, when he gets under pressure, he can't handle it. He folds. That's why I say I don't want him in New York, because the situation where the Giants are at, he's going to fold. I do not, where we're going, where this team is at right now, I think they'll improve as time goes on. He'll fold. That's why he's part of the problem. Now, we'll see how he played well against the Dolphins, who are a terrible team. Absolutely dumpster fire. I think McDaniel's out the door before the season even ends. That's my hot take. McDaniel will be fired before the end of the year. Maybe Tua gets traded at the end of the year. Who knows? But we'll see how Daniel Jones plays against teams like the Chiefs, Broncos, Steelers, Jets, because I truly believe once he faces pressure, he'll fold. But he did have a great first week with a new team, new squad, and he proved to people that he's still a good quarterback. He just can't handle pressure. That's where I stand on it.
So did Zach Wilson make the right decision to go to Miami?
Who knows? Maybe he could take over, but I don't know.
Well, it's going to be like the same thing. Like, is Zach Wilson going to start during the season when like they're like 0-5 and like Tua is like done? It could be the same thing with the Giants. Like, do we see, because there's already talks about it already with Jackson Dart's playing already. Like, they're already saying they want him to start.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'd still let
Give him
Russell ride.
Yeah, give him like 4 games, 5 games.
I agree.
Yeah, let Russell ride it out, even Winston. All right, so the Green Bay Packers, who I think could go to the Super Bowl this year, they're 1-0. They take on the Washington Commanders tonight. They're 1-0. Who's going to have the better game? Is it Jordan Love, or will it be Jaden Daniels against one of the best defenses in the game?
I think this is going to be a tough game. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. But, you can't go – I feel like the Packers have the better defense, but the Commanders have the better receivers. So it's tough.
I agree.
It's a tough thing. Now, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, but it's going to come down to the final drive. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think whoever has the ball last will win that game.
I agree.
So final 2-minute drill up there. My pick's gonna be the Commanders. The Green Bay Packers. What's the spread? 3.5.
That was 2.5.
I must have jumped. Well, It depends on where you're looking at it.
What, Green Bay's getting 3.5 or Washington's getting 3.5?
Washington's getting 3.5.
So
I would honestly take that.
Do we have
probably take it
Washington
too.
or
I'd probably
Green
take
Bay
plus
winning?
3.5.
What did you say, Doug?
Do we got Washington or Green Bay? This is going to be a good game.
If I'm going spread, I'm taking Commanders.
But we're going straight up.
Yeah, straight up, I'm going Packers.
What about you, Doug?
I got Pack.
All right, I'm already outvoted.
All right, on to week 2. That's when I leave for vacation. So I'll see some of the Giant game in Playmakers. Browns, Ravens.
No brainer.
Ravens.
Yeah, I like that. Jaguars, Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to steamroll.
I think the Bengals pick back up.
I like Jacksonville. I don't know why. I like Jacksonville. But
Bengals are home, right?
Yeah, Bengals are home.
And they're coming off a loss. I think they
No,
I think
Bengals
Jamar both are 1-0.
won.
Oh yeah. The Bengals did win. But they
But
they went off for
barely
not
won
scoring
by
it.
a field goal.
Yeah. I think Jamar Chase is gonna have a hell of a game that game.
Well, one of them's gonna have to improve because they both did sucky in fantasy and stuff. So
Yeah.
They don't care about your fantasy team.
you
They
have
better.
Jamar Chase.
I know, but they don't care about the fantasy team.
Well, they should. You better get that away from the Giants. You better get that away right now.
Giants, Cowboys. I like the Giants in this one.
Cowboys.
I don't like Dallas this year. I think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league, honestly.
You said that at the beginning of the week, and they proved you wrong. They played Philly tough. They played them tough.
They didn't prove me wrong.
Yes, they did. And you
No.
really think...
No. How did they prove me wrong? They proved me right. I said they'll cover.
Yeah, so are you giving the benefit?
Yeah,
of
against the
doubt
Super
this
Bowl champs.
I said
Against
they'll
the Super
cover.
Bowl champs.
I'm gonna say Cowboys.
I just
You're
don't think.
outvoted.
I just don't think Dallas is going to be good this year. I really don't.
I don't either, but they're still beating the Giants.
They're still
We'll
beating the
see.
Giants.
We'll see. All right, Bears, Lions. No team wants
Here
to
we
go
go.
0-2.
We're going Bears.
Oh,
I'm liking the Lions at home.
I kind of think there could be an upset.
All right. If I'm outvoted, I'm outvoted.
Patriots Dolphins. I think New England gets their first win.
Dolphins look just like a dumpster fire. I'm not lying, though. They look like they can't win a single game this season.
As well.
And the spread's only 1.5, right?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Wow.
Niners Saints.
No, Brock Purdy's not playing, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So
but you know what it is? Return of the Mac Jones.
Oh, it is Mac. Give me a second.
Niners.
49ers.
Yeah, I'm going to take Niners.
Yeah, I just think the Saints are also in the same boat as the Dolphins, just a dumpster fire.
It's crazy because even with that, the Niners are minus 4.5.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Buffalo Jets. I think there could be an upset here.
Yeah, I think there's an upset. Upset Jets fans. Give me Buffalo.
Buffalo. I'm sorry.
That's the only upset here is going to be the upset Jets fans when they lose.
Wants that division for a reason.
Yeah.
Seahawks Steelers. I like the Seahawks.
I'm not going against fucking DK, special revenge game against them. I'm going with the Steelers.
Dave.
Oh man, that's a tough game. I'm gonna go Steelers.
That's my boy.
Rams Titans.
Rams. Give me Rams.
Panthers Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals.
Broncos Colts.
This is gonna be a game.
I got the Colts.
I'm gonna take the Colts as well.
I'm outvoted then.
Broncos got lucky last week.
And they're not playing at home.
They're playing in Indy. Damn, Indy 2 back-to-back home games?
Mm-hmm. Eagles
they'll go on
Kansas.
a long away game streak.
Yeah, they will.
I know. They have I think it was a 3.
Eagles Chiefs. I like the Eagles.
I like the Eagles.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I just feel like the Chiefs are a little slowed down this year.
Falcons Minnesota. I like Minnesota.
Same, Minnesota.
I do like the Falcons because they look good against the Tampa, but I am gonna go with Minnesota.
I think they're still working on some things over there.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Tampa Houston. I like Tampa.
Tampa.
Chargers Raiders. I like Chargers.
Chargers.
I do like the Raiders though.
So do I. They're gonna be.
They could be like an interesting team this year.
How did we do last week? Did you save last week's?
I think on mine then I went 12-4. Dougie went shit.
Oh, they had it. You saw it.
Mine, yeah, I have the picks where I think I went 12-4. You went like what? Dave's not in our thing.
Oh
no,
shit,
I couldn't download it.
I think
save that one.
Yeah, I think you could join. If Doug's probably see another invite, you could probably join mid-season.
Yeah, I'll send it.
Yeah, just see because you know. I send one to Jonathan if he wants to join too. I would send him individually though. I don't send him like in a group chat because we keep texting nonstop.
All right, so Jimmy, what's your take on the Chicago versus Detroit game?
All right. So we all saw that, you know, the Packers beat the crap out of the Lions, and then the Vikings came back in the fourth quarter and beat the Bears. It's at this point, who do I trust more? Do I trust the Bears collapsing in the second half of this quarter, or do I trust the Lions to get better during the season or even during the game, especially at home? I'm liking the Lions better to be better because they lost both their coordinators.
Yes.
So they're going to take their time and get better. They're a talented team, mostly young, with mix of veterans, especially Jared Goff. He'll get better. There's no choice in that. He'll get better. But if you're going to trust either one, I'm going to go with the Lions to be better.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Dave. What's the big Dave primetime pick?
Primetime pick. Well, tonight's game's going to be the best one, I think. Whoa. Nice.
There's a ghost in here.
What's going on, fellas?
We got Jonathan for a special appearance, and then he could give us his X factor of week 2.
Well, let Dave go first, but I'll follow up after him.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want me to pick? Team wise?
Yeah, like your primetime pick. Like, what's the game to look out for?
I think the game to watch still is going to be the Colts and the Broncos because I want to see what Daniel Jones is going to be able to still do.
Right.
Is
Yeah,
he
that's my
still going to
thing.
be able to perform the way he did last week, week 1? Or is he going to just fall apart like he did with the Giants?
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
against the proven Broncos defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's the game to watch for this week is to see what Daniel Jones and these Colts could really do. Because we've seen it last season. We saw the Colts play well at points, and then they just fell apart and they just lost. And it looked horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we Colts fans should just keep an eye on that and keep watching them to see how they do. Week 1 looked very impressive, but week 2 is going to be a little tougher, especially with that Denver defense.
Yeah, that's what I say. He folds under pressure.
Yeah.
Like that's like certain quarterbacks, like if they go to like a school like Duke, they have to go somewhere like the Midwest. Then they'll have more success.
He's got to prove to himself that he can read the defense.
I like that. I like that take. We got Jonathan Ramirez, first time in God knows when.
It's been like a year and a half.
What?
It's been a while.
It has. You're X factor of week 2.
My X factor. So, I would have to say, maybe the Eagles against the Chiefs.
That makes sense.
Maybe the Eagles against the Chiefs, only because I want to see the Eagles incorporate AJ Brown more and the receivers. I know Saquon's there, but I want to see them do a little bit more on the offensive side because against the Cowboys, I feel like they should have done a little bit better, especially defensively.
Yeah, I agree. Because like if you look at this Chiefs team, they could go 0-2 if they lose to Philly.
Yeah.
And that division is going to be tough.
Yeah, I think so. This year, especially, yeah, I think you got Eagles, Commanders, and Cowboys. Because Dak didn't do a bad job last week for week 1.
No, he played decent.
Yeah.
All right, so you weren't here in the beginning, but I want to know which QB rose to the occasion in week 1 for you.
For me, it'll have to be, I given the team, sure, whatever, but that they played against, but Daniel Jones and with the Colts. Yeah, I would say Justin Fields as well.
I was waiting for that one.
Yeah, he's a like an honorable mention, but I feel like Justin Fields is not that he's not proven, but I feel like we know what he can do. Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones. I feel like he was more so getting the heat, getting a lot of pressure and heat on him for his stint with the Giants, like at least the latter half of his time with the Giants. And he kind of proved people wrong, right, with week 1. So that definitely surprised me. With Justin Fields, I sort of expected that, at least a good performance. It was great. He did rise to the occasion. It was great, but Daniel Jones is the one that surprised me the most.
Yeah. We'll see what happens when he plays a good defense.
Yeah, exactly. Like Dave was saying, we'll see if he can actually, keep that consistency and stay there.
Yeah, I like that take. And you weren't here for this, but who has the better game, Jordan Love or Jaden Daniels?
This is tough because the Packers defense is
legit.
Legit, bro. I'm gonna say I think Daniels he has more weapons. I think Daniels has the better game.
Makes sense.
See, that's the thing that I said was that if you look at the team, the Packers have a great defense. But if you look at Washington, they have way more weapons than Green Bay, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, they do. They have a lot more. You got Eckler, you got Debo, you got McLaurin.
And then you got Ja'Cory what's his name? Ja'Cory Krosky Moret.
Oh yes, yes.
Whatever
other
happened
one.
to that name, it's too much.
They call him Bill.
Yeah, number 22, bro.
Yeah,
He's
they
one to,
call him Bill.
yeah,
And
he's one to keep an eye out for.
listen, I get it. He had great rushing yards game one, but we also got to realize that Austin Eckler got hurt that game.
Yeah.
So don't count out Eckler as well. That backfield will be split and it will be crazy.
I'm definitely excited for tonight's game.
But
That's gonna be it. What happened,
Sorry.
Jimmy?
No, I was
No,
saying
go ahead.
also too. What I would say is, was Washington going to be good because it was a Giants offensive line that sucked, or is that defense really that good? That's going to be the question.
All right, so before we wrap up, each of you will have 1 to 2 minutes to give a prediction for week 2. As always, let's start with Big Dave.
Why you always gotta go to me, bro?
Because you're his favorite.
He's not ready. He's not ready with the pick.
I definitely ain't ready for this one. I gotta search through it. Jimmy, you got one yet?
Oh, a favorite? I think the game that I would be more interested to watch, my favorite, would be between the Chargers and Raiders, because that could be potentially the division winners, one of them, potentially. So I would go with the Raiders and Chargers game.
Okay. For me, I'm excited for tonight's game for the Packers and the Commanders. I think it's gonna be a banger. I think and then a bet I would have placed will probably be Debo 40 plus rushing yards. I think they're gonna utilize him well tonight. And McDaniels 2 plus TDs.
Surprisingly, the game that I probably would want to see is the Jaguars-Bengals. Because a lot of people say that Trevor Lawrence could be a top 10 quarterback in this league.
Yeah.
Stat-wise. So I think he still has a lot to prove, and if he doesn't, he's out of there soon. So I would watch that game just to see because pressure's on. Pressure's going to be on him. He's, people have been talking about how they brought him in, they paid him all this money, and he hasn't done anything. Stat-wise, he has, but that's a game to watch because if he can beat the Bengals, that proves that they can be a top team, and the Bengals are just falling down and, falling out of that top 5, I should say, caliber teams.
All right, so for me, my game to watch is the Bears and the Lions. What I want to see is, can Caleb Williams perform against this top defensive team in the Detroit Lions with Aiden Hutchinson back? That's my key difference there from a Chicago point of view. Now, from Detroit's point of view, is Dan Campbell a good coach? Or was it his offensive and his defensive coordinators that made that team great? So if they go 0-2 and they struggle, there's a lot of question marks. If they win and they show they're still dominant, then Campbell's a good coach. But we'll see what happens after that game. All right, boys, it's been a pleasure. This has been a good episode. I love the conversation, the perspective from each game. I really enjoyed this episode, boys. Any final thoughts before we go? We got 2 minutes before the 35-minute mark.
Go Jets, baby. Go Jets, baby.
No,
let's watch the Dolphins be that dumpster fire that they're going to be this season.
Yeah,
let's go Rodgers.
Yeah. And let's go Giants. We'll see what happens. But
Wilson getting sacked like 5 times again.
Let's see what happens. But this could be the year of Joe Burrow. I think he's something special. Watch when you guys have a chance, watch the quarterback documentary on Netflix. You see a lot from Goff, from Burrow, and Kirk Cousins. So that's a documentary you should watch. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
As always, this is Dougie's Sports Talk presented by Saravo Broadcasting and the Doug Saravo Show. the home of hot takes, tough debates, and a few opinions that might just drive you crazy. You're tuned in to the Doug Saravo Show. Today's show is brought to you by Unsolicited Role Models, the role models you may not want, but you may just need. See everybody next time.